Paul is. I think he's reading. He's deep in thought. Oh, right. Oh, do you think I can bother him? I wouldn't. I'd let him think. He's had a busy few weeks. Reading books. Dear, oh dear. You thought he'd had enough about books over the years. Well, I'm sure he's enjoying himself. So many books. Why can't I just read one book at a time? What am I reading at the moment? The Collection by Bentley Little. That's a collection of horror stories. I'm still reading Christine by Stephen King. It's good, but, I'm sort of taking it slowly because it's quite long. And then I started that James Herbert book, Moon. I haven't read one of his books in a while. I think the last one I read was The Fog. And then I'm reading This Perfect Day by IR11. I've read quite a few of his books recently. I read Sliver, then I read Stepford Wives. He does write some good books. And then I've got Lois Duncan's I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah, the book that inspired the film. Although it's weird, because although it was written in the 70s, they've updated it and included things like GPS and mobile phones, I suppose, to modernise it a bit. Then I'm reading The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. That's quite fun. And I've decided to read an Agatha Christie. I'm reading Nemesis, one of the later Miss Marple books. And of course, I've dipped back into The Talented Mr. Ripley by Patricia Highsmith. I've read that before, but, it's a good series of books. And then I've got Zero Gravity by Woody Allen. That's some of his essays. That's relatively recently published. I've read a couple of those. They're pretty funny. And then I've got The Night of the Triffids by Simon Clarke. It's a sequel to The Day of the Triffids, but I've been quite impressed by what I've read of that so far. And then, last of all, The Toll House by Aidan Chambers. That's really good. It's written by the same guy who wrote Summer of 85, or Dance on My Grave, whatever it's called. But which one should I start with? I mean, I'm reading all of them, but I just kind of rotate. He looks so peaceful, Yeti Uncle John. You're not going to disturb him, are you? No, I think I might have to. I've got something to tell him. Oh, Yeti Uncle John. Well, go on then. But don't blame me if he's cross. I'm really sorry to bother you, Paul. I just wanted to ask a quick question. Do you mind if I interrupt you? I can see you're deep in thought. I am a bit deep in thought, yes. Well, I just wanted to ask, when does this episode begin? When does this episode begin? What time is it? Oh, I'd say it's about to begin now. Oh, thank you, Paul. Oh, yes. I can hear the sirens. It was just a bit of a pre-title sequence, I guess. Yes, Yeti Uncle John. Now, here comes the title music.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good luck, studio.
Oh, it's just what you've been waiting for, dears. Another episode of the Shy Life podcast coming right up.
Oh, it's the Shy Life podcast.
All I wanted was a pie.
And then I hatched out of an egg. Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
It's the quiet ones you've got to watch, you know.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep? Is it deep?
Boy, he's had all that shy is right.
Blimey, Governor, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Excellent.
571.
Bonjour et bienvenue au podcast The Shy Life.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Shy Life podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How are you doing? I'm alright. Yeah. Oh dear. Just having a rest. Yeah. I've been quite busy. Yeah. I've been exercising again. Yeah. And you know, I can't do exercise without a bit of encouragement, with a little bit of help from my friends, as it were. You know, I'm much creakier than I ever used to be, and you know, back in the day I was riding bikes and going for 20-mile hikes, and I can't do that, and I definitely can't be allowed on a bike. But anyway, as you may remember, Toppy Smelly has been helping me out, and Toppy Smelly of Boppity Hop fame. Yes, the winner of the Boppity Hop race back in Pickle Hollow. Anyway, I'll remind you how my exercise campaign has been going, and I'll tell you a bit more about where it has been. Okay, so let's run that theme music, and when we come back, I'll update you all. Okay, run that theme music.
Darling, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Yes, but it's supposed to be painful. The highlight, the Shy Life.
You won't find a cast of characters like this everywhere.
Hello, boys.
I'll go anywhere but potato.
Delicious. Hello, Campers. How are you? You quite like a big bang, don't you?
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh, I hope he hasn't found out my secret. I think he has.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to begin.
It's the Shy Life podcast.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm strangely drawn to Yeti Uncle John's ankles as well.
Has the Shy Life podcast slowed down? I don't think so.
It's all gooey and greasy and yum.
Has anyone seen my hot sausage? Hello.
Yes. As you may remember, not so long ago, Toppy Smelly came over all the way from Pickle Hollow to where we are, and we went to the gym. Yeah. And I must say, my likes and follows on Instagram have never been so good. I think Toppy sort of disapproved of what he saw as me just sort of trying to promote myself on social media. But I say to him, exercising is not just physical, it's also mental. And those likes and follows, they really did a great job on my mental health. And and I did do, at least 2 forward rolls by mistake whilst we were there at the gym. I say by mistake. I was reaching down into my bag for a chocolate bar that I had got secreted in the lining. I'd hidden it just so Toppy didn't find it. Anyway, I lost my balance and I flipped over a couple of times. Forward roll, yeah. But, of course, that time we went to the gym, we were also confronted by a number of vampires. It was whilst we were exercising. We noticed that, you know how gyms often have mirrors on the walls, which is kind of bizarre, because, surely that would put a lot of people off, having to see what they look like. But anyway, we noticed that most of the people in the gym did not have reflections. So we got busy. I did do a little spot of running, because I ran down to the supermarket and bought some garlic. We stuck it in the air vents, and very soon the vampires were fleeing. But anyway, yeah, that was a few weeks ago, and I hadn't actually been out exercising much since, other than the occasional, trip to Richmond Park for a potter, and obviously sort of visiting my parents, and again, a little bit of walking up to the railway station platform, onto the train, but it's hardly a marathon. Not that I could do a marathon. We're not expecting me to do a marathon. That's just not going to be happening, probably at any point. Cromitty encouraged me to come out with him, and we'll see how that went. But it started with some advice from Yeti Uncle John, of all people. Bizarre. How's it going with the exercising, Paul? Yeah. What does that mean? Yeah. What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. What have you been doing? Have you been exercising? What about yoga? Well, that's not funny, Yeti Uncle John. I'm not doing yoga. So that's too scary. Well, despite the fact that yoga vampires have been sighted in the area for the last few months, actual yoga, when it doesn't involve doing it with vampires, is actually pretty good for you, and it might help with your joints and stuff. I know. I'm just, I'm just a little bit put off. Well, what have you been doing? I've done a bit of Zumba. Zumba? Really? Where? In my bedroom. Oh, how did that manifest itself, and why didn't I hear about it? I usually wait till everyone leaves the house, then I put my record player on, I stick my favourite Kylie album on, or anything really upbeat, and I just boogie around my bedroom. Oh, so not actually a proper Zumba class? Oh no. I do try and avoid being in a room with other people when I'm in my shorts and vest. Well, I guess I can appreciate that. I can understand it, yeah. If you want me to join you, I'll join you, dancing around in the bedroom. That sounds quite fun. I don't know, Yeti Uncle John, it doesn't seem appropriate. You and me in my bedroom, dancing in our pants. Whoa, wouldn't be the first time. Yeti Uncle John, don't tell the listeners that. Look, no, I don't think I want to do Zumba with you. Welcome to the Magpie Hut. We sometimes do something very similar, actually, me and the Magpies. I'll stick on the radio. Stick on the radio? You have a radio? Of course I have a radio. Yeah, but what's on the radio that's actually got decent music? Oh, if you've got the right radio station, it's fine. And I've been introducing the Magpies to music from different decades. If you notice that there's a significant uprise in downloads for your music episodes that you did from that era, then that's probably my Magpies. Okay, I see. Right. Well, maybe I'll consider it. Maybe, coming and doing some Zumba in your Magpie Hut isn't quite as intimate as doing it in my bedroom. But, I don't know. Anything to do with exercise and music is good for me. It's just the social aspect of it. But I guess doing it with you or doing it with Toppy or doing it with Cromitty, it isn't quite so bad. I'm glad you feel like that, Paul. Oh, Cromitty, didn't see you there. Hello, mate. Oh, hello, Yeti Uncle John. I would love to join your Zumba class, Yeti Uncle John. Well, it's not a Zumba class, it's just the Magpie Hut and some good tunes. Well, you and Paul, you and Yeti Uncle John should join forces. I'm just worried about getting pecked. Oh, Paul, don't be silly. Look, I'm about to go out for a spot of exercise just down at the park. Will you both join me? I can't because I need something with the taxi, you see. I need to go down the garage. My seatbelts are a bit loose. Oh, yes, you need to get that sorted, Yeti Uncle John. Yes, well, Paul, you'll come with me, won't you? Oh, Cromitty. Come on, at least make a decent excuse. Come with me, Paul. Come with me to the park. Join me. Don't say that. That's what the yoga vampires say. Oh, Paul. All right, I'll come with you. I just need to sort myself out. All right, you've got 10 minutes. Then we'll go. Oh, well done, Paul. Well done. Thank you. Oh, dear. What a bunch of naggers. No time to dawdle, Paul. Get yourself prepared. All right, I'm doing it. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Gosh. Just taking a rest, Cromitty. Oh, okay, Paul. It's good to see you out here. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. Don't get out, but I'm trying to sort of keep up with my exercise routine. Oh, yes, the one you're doing with Toppy. That's right, yes. Although last time he came over, we found there were vampires in the gym, but we were able to get rid of them, of course. But, oh, dear. He's coming over again soon, actually. What, Toppy? Yeah, we're going to try and do a bit of a jog down the canal path. Oh, right, that's good. And, he's got quite a lot of practice, having done the boppity hop race. Yes, the boppity hop race. Yes. Still very proud of him after all that. Went really well. Yes, it's not something he'll forget in a hurry. Not something I'll forget in a hurry. Oh dear. You still got your sleep device on, even when you're exercising? Yes, well, I guess I didn't need to. I kind of forgot to take it off. Yeah. I suppose you're unlikely to fall asleep while you're in the park, sort of exercising, but yeah, I know, Paul. How do you feel? I've just been exhausted. Yes. Twisting the top of that flask of hot chocolate is I'm sure, very exhausting. It is. Dear. I'll have another go in a minute. I'm getting quite thirsty, I must admit. Yes, Paul. Well, I'll leave you to it. Oh, yes. You better get on with your run. How many more times around the park? Oh, about 100, I think. 100? Oh, well, I'd offer you some of my hot chocolate. Well, if I could open it. But, gosh, I think you need to get on with your running, don't you? Oh, yes, Paul, I do. But thank you. Yes, are you sure you don't want to join me for a run? Oh no, I think getting the top off this hot chocolate flask, it will be enough exercise for me today. But however will you cope with going for a run with Toppy Smelly? Well, I'm presuming he'll give me a piggyback of some sort. Oh, okay. Yes, that sounds like you might kill him, Paul. What do you mean? Well, you're not exactly light. Not exactly light. Cromitty? It's a bit of a shady thing to say. Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. I'll start running. Yeah, you get running. I'll try and get this lid off this flask. Dying for a cup of hot chocolate. Dear. Oh, dear. Oh, I'll try again. 1, 2, 3. So, my trip down to the park, I think I've sprained my wrist slightly. Difficult. It was nice there. Nice down there, yeah. Could have sunbathed all day, and I hate sunbathing, but anyway. So when I got back, I had a quick chat with Bettina to see what she was up to exercise-wise.
Oh, darling, I swear by, this dates back to the early 1980s. Have you ever seen the video for Olivia Newton-John's Physical? Let's get physical.
Oh, yes, I know that one.
Yes, well, I just follow the moves that Olivia made in that video. Pump and grind, or whatever they call it. Yes, I do it, and I've done it ever since I first saw that video.
Really? I wonder if Olivia Newton-John ever released an exercise video. Jane Fonda did, I think. Well, lots of people did. But, you should recreate that video, Bettina.
Oh, Paul, don't be silly.
I can just imagine you back in the 80s in your headband and those, like, what they call them?
Leotards, dear.
Oh, yeah, a leotard, but they have those sort of strange socks. Well, they weren't socks, they were kind of leg warmer things. I don't know.
Oh, Paul, I don't know what you're talking about. But how about you? What's your exercise routine at the moment?
I'm having to rest up a little bit. I sprained my wrist doing exercise earlier when I was out with Cromitty.
How did you sprain your wrist? What were you doing?
I was trying to get the lid off my flask and I had some hot chocolate and, oh dear, I twisted too quickly.
Oh dear, Paul. Oh dear, you really are. You really are, absolutely.
What does August do for exercise?
He paints, darling. He paints.
I bet his wrists are pretty strong.
You've got to believe it. Oh, you better believe it, darling.
Anyway, I better go. I feel quite tired.
Is it holding the phone up, dear? Has that exhausted you?
It has a bit, yes, it has. Oh dear. I think I need a good lie down. Actually, no, I need to call Ick. But anyway, I better go.
All right, darling. You take care. I'll speak to you soon.
All right then. Bye for now. Bye. Yeah, I better ring Ick.
Hello, Ick. How can I help?
Ick, it's me, Paul. How are you?
Oh, how are you? How's your wrists?
Oh, did you hear?
Yes, Cromitty told me.
Oh, well, I'm resting up.
Oh, dear, you poor thing. Oh, gosh. This exercise business, it's bad for you,
Well, that's what I thought. But I'm told it actually has some benefits. What do you do for exercise?
I wave my tentacles about. Yes, every morning. I wave them about. I hold maracas in each of them.
Maracas?
Yes, and then I put a bit of salsa music on. And I maraca around the spaceship.
Really? Really?
Yes, Paul.
Are you kidding me?
No, Paul.
It's interesting how people love to use music to exercise. I mean, I think that's the only civilised way to do exercise. Just to have a great big old dance, I think.
Oh, yes, Paul, definitely. Oh, yes. Shimmy, 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 do-do-do. Shimmy, 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 do-do-do.
It does sound wonderful. Maybe I'll have to join you sometime.
You'll be welcome to, Paul. I feel a bit self-conscious, though. The idea of you watching me as I wave my maracas around.
Oh, Ick, stop it now. Yeah, it's difficult finding the right kind of exercise.
You did all right with Toppy Smelly, though, didn't you, when he came over?
Well, I thought I did okay. I mean, the amount of likes and follows I had on Instagram were amazing. But I think somehow it wasn't quite what Toppy imagined. But,
Oh, well, just because his view isn't your view, just because what you got up to wasn't what he thought, doesn't mean it's wrong.
No, you know what? I think I might give him a call. Of all of the exercise I've done recently, his ideas have been, well, the ones that have clicked with me most.
Well, good, Paul. Give him a call.
I will. Yeah, I'll definitely give him a call. I think maybe another session with Toppy would do me the world of good. But, listeners, I think perhaps it's time for a quiz or maybe a Sutton Park clip, and then I'll give Toppy Smelly a call. Okay? Yeah, great. I need to call Toppy Smelly, and I also need to go on Amazon and order some new leisure wear.
Leisure wear, Paul?
Well, a tracksuit or something. I saw a really good deal the other day. Very snazzy. 2, tracksuits for one. I could buy one and then I could give one to Toppy as a present. Yeah, that would be a good idea. They're really really shiny, shimmery tracksuits. Really stylish.
Oh, Paul. Sounds interesting. You'll have to come and run over here. Then maybe Toppy and you can have a dance with me.
You wouldn't mind, Toppy Smelly, seeing you waving your maracas around?
No, Paul. No, I wouldn't mind. I believe you quite like the idea.
Shake, shake, shake.
Yes, Paul. You and Toppy Smelly up. Sort something out.
I will. I feel quite, motivated.
Good, Paul. Do it now.
I will. And listeners, you have a listen to the clip that's coming up. Okay.
He smells fishy. Oh no, I recognise him, I realise now. How the years have changed us both. Now I realise who Francois is. He's the herring. He's the herring. One of my greatest enemies. What? Hey? What? Hunter, what are you going on about? No, don't you understand? You saying that has reminded me. I know exactly who he is. Oh God, if he realises who I am. Oh God. Hampton, what are you saying? Oh God. What? How did I never realise? How did I never realise? Francois, I killed his father. I killed his father, if he realises who I am. Oh God, my past has come back to haunt me. I know what to do. I know what to do. I won't fail. I won't fail you. I won't fail you.
No, listen. No, listen. If you act like that, you will
You will fail me. You will be so nervous. You will give me away. I am only hoping that Hampton has not realized who I am. Now I have realized that who he is. Peppard. He is Peppard. And I, with Jean-Claude Dupont, the herring. Yes. I wonder when he will realize. Well, even if he does, he won't expect me. As long as you do not fail. Oh, God. This way. This way. Come on, hurry up. Wait, stop now. Hampton, stop. What? Come on, you just can't... You've got to explain this to me. What's going on? Oh, you said it. When you said you smelled fishy. When you said you smelled... That's not Francois at all. Well, it is Francois, but that's like a nickname. Or an assumed name. Like, I call myself Hampton now. When I was in my thieving days, I was called Peppard. My name was Peppard. Now I made masses of money, and you know all about this. You don't have to explain to you about everything, do I? No, of course I know about your Peppard times. I was involved with them. Yeah, but not all the time. Not towards the end. Not just before I packed it all in. Oh, I see. Well, I mean, I know about all the money, of course, and I know how that came. I mean, I helped you, didn't I? Yes, I know you did. I know you did help better. But this was at the end. Yes! This is one of the reasons I stopped. In fact, that means as good as the reason I stopped. Let me explain. Francois, his real name is Jean-Claude Dupont. He was a notorious French villain, but he was in a partnership with his father. His surname, his nickname, his sort of criminal name was the Herring. His father was known as the Hitman. They were a partnership, the Hitman and Herring. Yeah, you understand? He was nicknamed Herring because, well, he stunk basically. He must be wearing deodorant now. You could never smell him now. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is that, well, we were both after the same item of jewellery. I've been thieving around here. I've been digging it down, hiding my money, doing really well. And suddenly I thought, after we sort of went our separate ways, listen, I thought, right, well, why don't I just go to France? There was a really big gem. It was called the Red Cheetah. This beautiful gem. It was kept in the museum. And I decided to go for it. Just a single tea. And to the night I went, he was there, the Hitman and Herring. They were both there, both trying to steal the red thing. And, well, I got it. And, after the next 6 months, they pursued me relentlessly. Well, the long and the short of it is that I killed him. I killed the Hitman. Herring's father. Jean-Claude Dupont's father. Francois' father. Whatever you want to look at it. I was responsible for Hitman's death. He was one of the most biggest underworld killers. It was an accident. But it happened. And then that's why I changed my name and I took up everything again, the stripping and everything, and then of course we met again and stuff, and I changed my image, and he's obviously changed his. And, I mean, we've been in the same house together chatting, and it never occurred to me. It may have never occurred to him. But whether he knows about me or whether now that I know about him, John is even in greater danger. Because if he does realise that John is associated with me, who knows, he might take it all out on John. Oh, shit. I've got to get to the race course. I've got to make a phone call. I've got to tell Paul. I've got to tell somebody. Yeah, all right. Yeah, absolutely. Look, we've got to find the director. He'll know what best to do. I can see how John could be in great danger, but it's not possible. It might not be possible. I mean, who's to say that he's even realised that you're you? I mean, you changed your image, you've changed your name, he's changed his image, he's changed his name. I mean, it's been a long time. How long? All of 10 years. Exactly. So he might have realised. So So John might still be safe. Yeah, but for how long? Eh? For how long? How long can we be certain that John will be safe? It could just... all it took me was you to say something and it triggered things off. What if anything happens? John could be in terrible danger. It's all my fault. It's all my fault, and I never realised that. Come on. Come on now. Meanwhile, in a ventilation shaft. Oh, at last. That'll teach you, Francois. Never like a man in a cupboard which has a ventilation shaft. Oh, I'm an expert at climbing through ventilation shafts. Well, not an expert, but he did it anyway. That leads all the way back into that place I was trapped in. Oh, well now, Francois, you made your first big mistake. Your second one was to tell me exactly where you were going to meet Hampton. So, let's see who gets there first, eh? Let's see who can stop who. I'm not going to get Hampton on the phone, but I can still stop you. If I find Hampton and warn him, you might not bear exact revenge. Let's see who's cleverest now, Francois. Let's see who's cleverest. Because after all that's happened, I owe Hampton a great deal, and I owe you nothing. Well, Francois, let's see who can win out this time. Let's just see, shall we?
So, Toppy, what do you think of your new tracksuit?
Well, Paul, I mean, it's skin. Well, I don't want to complain. It's skin tight, and I feel like a beached seal or something. But
no, you look fine.
And do I?
I ordered you a big size. I mean, I've got a big size too, and yeah. I mean, I think it just in a way it compresses one. It makes one. I mean, that's how it works with me. Maybe my flubber is just.
I do feel compressed.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, Paul, look, did you notice? I can see myself in your suit.
Yes.
It's reflecting life. Hi, there I am.
Yeah, I can see me in here. I think the sun's going to sort of dazzle people as we're running down the.
What material is this? It's so reflective.
I'm not sure. I just saw it online and I thought, it's nice to be seen, and it kind of makes me feel like I'm a superstar or something.
I know, but I can tell you one thing: it doesn't breathe very well.
Oh well, I just pose for a selfie. Pose for a selfie. You've got a pout.
Oh, pout. Okay.
There. Another one.
Okay.
Another one. That's great. I'll put that on Insta. They're going to really love it. You're getting into it a bit more now. I know you were a little bit when we were at the gym that time. You were a little bit sort of unsure about the whole Insta followers. But
if you're into it, it's fine with me. They don't know me from Adam, but
you'll have your own people will be asking you to get your own.
That might be a mistake.
No, it'll be fine. Anyway, I'm just doing a little bit of a workout.
Right.
Waving my arms around.
What's this park called again?
Oh, it's not really got a name. It's well, the thing is, this is the same area as where Ick parks his spaceship. You see that motorway bridge over there?
Yeah.
That's the M25, and that's where Ick parks his spaceship. And then we'll be heading along there ourselves in a minute because.
All right, we're not going to bump into it, are we?
No, I know where it is. It's fine.
Okay.
And I think that he has something on his spaceship that kind of, I think, psychically dissuades people, and they don't even realise. If you're, I mean, I know where it is, but if you're just walking along as a member of the public, then suddenly your mind would be, oh, I must walk this way, and you don't really think about it. But it's because that's something that Ick has on his ship, a sort of very mild thought.
Anti-hypno thought.
Yes, sort of thing. Yeah.
Conjunction.
Yeah. But that's right by the canal, and we're going to be jogging along the canal.
Oh, good. Should we stretch, or should we?
Yeah, we should.
What should I do? I haven't been running in a long time. Stretch, right? That's what you're supposed to
stretch,
do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Careful.
Dear,
that was painful. Are you right?
Please help me.
Yeah, sorry.
Spin back. Okay, I'm done stretching.
Yeah, that's enough stretching. I'm flexing my fingers.
Okay, good idea.
Yeah, because obviously they're very important because I need them for editing podcasts and things.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I feel like I need a bit of a rest. I went out with Cromitty the other day to exercise, and I think he's that little bit more exercised than I am. I sprained my wrist. I had a flask of hot chocolate, and I was watching him doing his exercising, and I got the hot chocolate and I tried to twist the cap off it, and I just that was me done for the day. It was
oh my goodness. Well, we're lucky Sassy McSass isn't here, because he would probably order us to fill our pockets with marshmallows to weigh us down and put a little strain on. But I'm glad he's not. This. I didn't know that you were such a fitness buff.
Well, no, I mean, you kind of encouraged me with the whole. I know it was around the time you were, doing all of your preparation for the Boppity Hop race.
Oh yeah.
And of course, we went to the gym, and of course, the vampires kind of distracted us a bit.
By the way, Paul, I don't know if you noticed, but even though the Boppity Hop race was a while back, look at me, still in top form. Form.
Top form, definitely. Yeah. Whereas I look like one of your Boppity Hop hoppers.
Nonsense. All right.
Well, let's just sort of a gentle. We'll head down to the.
Let's ease into it. I suggest we start walking first, then walk briskly, then take a 10 or 15, 20-minute break, and then start walking slowly, and then another 50.
If we go along the canal path far enough, there's a pub. So we can rest there.
Oh, okay. Motivation. All right.
Oh, Dealey, I didn't know you were here.
Is Dealey gonna? Is he gonna jog? Is he gonna jog with us?
Are you coming too? You can come. You can sit on my shoulder.
There you go. Yeah. That would be very Instagram.
Yeah. Oh dear! Don't fall over on the microphone. Hello. Can you sit? Thank you. Right. Thanks. On my shoulders. I think we ought to do. We ought to do Instagram deals. Instagram. There we go. Very nice.
Oh, brother. Okay.
He's made the effort to. I mean, you have to consider that Dealey is like, we're not exactly spring chickens, but Deals is. I don't know. Are you in your 80s, Deals? Your 90s? What is it when you're that? He's nearly 18, so he's like.
Good grief. Well, it's probably best he's on your shoulders and just keep him there, and he'll enjoy the ride.
Parrot, aren't we, James? Yeah. Okay, let's just do this walk. We're heading on down to the.
All right. You lead the way, Paul.
Yes, this way. It's good. If we do get down to this pub, we can always pop back into spaceship on the way.
Okay.
Do you want to stop?
Just slower. Just a little slower walk. A little slower pace, Paul. Okay. Let's go. Are we going uphill? It feels like we're going uphill. It feels like uphill, Paul. Paul, are you sure? Is this flat? Okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh, just a minute. There's a whole load of runners coming.
Oh God!
We better step back, I think.
Oh, all right. I don't want to get in their way.
No, we don't want them to. We don't want to get. God, most of them. They must be training for something.
I guess. Well, aren't they good at jogging? Look at them go.
Yeah, they haven't got as good They haven't got as good tracksuits as us.
Yeah. Paul. I don't want to alarm you. But
have you seen what I've seen?
I looked, and I didn't see them reflected in your suit.
Well, I was going to say.
You didn't see them either in my.
No, I didn't see them in your suit.
Okay. That's strange.
Can only mean one thing.
No, not those.
They must be. They must be from the yoga vampires, or
lordy!
Maybe they're jogging vampires. I'm not sure.
Oh God, jogging. Well, I guess they have to keep their fitness level up too.
I can't get used to all these vampires that are like running around in the daylight these days. They've just evolved. It's very, you kind of think they should be sleeping at this point, but they're not. They're out having a jog with their sunglasses on.
Yeah, it's not your father's vampires, I guess. I think we should steer clear. Like maybe we should go on another path. What if they come back?
Yeah, I know. We don't want to. We don't want to. I don't think they really saw us. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't think they tend to be vicious in the daylight.
My neck feels exposed, Paul. My neck.
I hope there's no bats around. Look, maybe we should not go down to the pub. We should nip into this. We'll ring the doorbell on the spaceship and go and have a cup of tea.
We'll nip somewhere else. Yeah. Good idea. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here before they come back. Yeah, come on, deals. Come on, let's go. I thought we might go for a subject that we wouldn't usually go for, because how bad can we be?
Very close to my heart.
We might go for a subject, and then we kind of get questions out of the magic roundabout. Go for science, but we'll get. Thought we could go for geography. We've been around the world, and we have found some locations. We might know stuff. What? This is geography. Well, maybe it's saying right. Why are these geography? Some of these don't make sense. Question 1: what was the first name of British Prime Minister Gladstone? Why is that geography? Britain, because it's Britain.
Obviously, just done a random sort of generator thing.
Well,
William,
that's what I'm saying. If you've got questions like that, we'll probably get them, but they're not what I was thinking. That's probably just because it's Britain. Question 2: in which country is Lake Onega, Onega?
It sounds kind of Russian, but I don't know.
Question 3:
I don't know geography.
I know, I thought we'd go for one, but you just don't know what you're going to get. I'm sure we'll get more than we think we will. I can see at least what I'm going to get, and again, it must be what? Okay. Which four-letter word beginning with F is a white, crumbly Greek cheese made from sheep's or goat's milk and cured in brine?
F-E.
Got the answer right.
F-E-T-A.
What was the first name of the wife of U.S. President George Washington? Not Martha. No, I think that's the thing. I think that's Martha Washington.
Dinah Washington.
Question 5. Bunds cheese, B-U-N-D-Z cheese, comes from which country? I've never heard of it. Is it maybe Germany?
No.
I'll say Germany. Equally, it could be America.
I'd say maybe or somewhere like Czech Republic, because I wouldn't think it would be DZ. Germany. Might be right.
Question 6. How long is the football pitch at Wembley Stadium in yards?
Well, it's changed. 14 yards.
Sorry, you've gone a bit crackly. 14, did you say?
114.
Oh, 114. Question 7. Rosie Lee is Cockney rhyming slang for what? Rosie Lee. Cup of tea. Question 8. In which year was England footballer David Beckham awarded an OBE? Was it been when he was
2000 something or other.
2005.
Something like that.
Question 9. How many
It's hard to
wives?
know because they never actually won anything.
Question 9. How many wives did English monarch Edward I have? Just one, didn't he? I don't know. I don't know any monarchs that had loads of wives.
Are we still in geography?
Yeah, it's England. It's English, apparently. I just say one. I mean, I don't know about monarchs having more than one wife.
None?
No, it could be. That would be a trick question. Question 10. In which English city was Guy Fawkes of gunpowder plot fame born?
I think York is a good answer there.
11. In which year did divorce become officially legal in the Republic of Ireland?
It's probably not. Probably never. 1988.
Question 12. Which three colours make up the national flag of Bulgaria?
Red, white, and green.
What was the name of the tropical storm that turned into a hurricane, which hit the US Gulf Coast in August 2012?
Katrina?
The only one I can't even think of that. That's the one.
That was the New Orleans one, wasn't it?
Question 14. In which US state was actress Nicole Kidman born? Now, I thought Nicole Kidman was born in Australia, but maybe she just lived
in Australia, yeah.
But she clearly wasn't.
North Dakota?
Yeah, I didn't know that she was American. Well, because that would. No, I don't know.
Got a 51 chance.
I didn't know that. I thought she was Australian born and bred. Question 15. What is the US state capital of Kansas?
Oh, is it Topeka? I don't think it's Kansas City anyway.
Question 16. Which city has the largest port in Europe?
The largest port?
Not Venice or something.
Is it Hamburg?
Yeah, that is known for its port. 17. Which London theatre has a thatched roof? That's
Globe.
18. The Abu Simbel temples. The Abu Simbel, spelled Simbel, temples are in which African country?
Ethiopia.
19. What was the name of the flagship used by the English fleet against the Spanish Armada?
Francis Drake's boats.
Flagship. The Drake Posse. I can't remember. Last question. Mark Rutte became Prime Minister of which European country in 2010?
The Netherlands, I think.
Show answers. William Gladstone. Did you say that? I thought you said.
Yeah, got that right.
Yeah. Russia is right for Lake Onega. Feta is right for the cheese. I was right with Martha Washington. So
you did say that.
I did say that first.
So you must have heard. You must have heard it. And it stuck.
I thought there was a singer called Martha Washington. Maybe there is.
Dinah Washington's a singer.
Well, I have to take my first answer, which was Martha Washington. Bun's cheese comes from Poland. We didn't say that, did we?
See, I knew it wasn't Germany.
Really, you don't know these answers. Apparently, it's 115 yards, not 114. You should get a point for that. That's not.
Oh, I didn't know about Wembley in particular. I had no idea.
We should give you at least half marks. Rosie Lee is Cockney rhyming slang for tea. It was 2003 for David Beckham, so I don't get that. Apparently, Edward I had two wives. So that's news to me. York is right for Guy Fawkes. It was 1997 divorce in Ireland, so I didn't get that one.
What did we say for that? 88 or
80. White, green, and red for the Bulgaria flag. Is that what you said?
Yeah, got that. Yeah.
It was Hurricane Isaac that hit the US Gulf Coast.
Right.
Nicole Kidman was born in Hawaii. Kansas, the state capital is Topeka, which is what you said. Apparently, Rotterdam is the bigger port.
Rotterdam. Okay.
Globe is right. It's Egypt, the Abu Simbel temples. It was Ark Royal.
I mean, I was just guessing.
Yeah, it was Ark Royal. The Ark
Royal.
Flag.
Francis Drake.
Yeah, so obviously the more recent. There's another ship called the Ark Royal, which is newer, isn't it? Mark Rutte became Prime Minister of the Netherlands in 2010.
Yeah, it's got that.
I have to count them up again. I've lost William, Russia, Feta, Martha, tea, York, flag, Topeka, globe,
Topeka,
Netherlands. We got 10 out of 10, but plus perhaps a half point for the. Got so close. I think they would give you half a mark for that at least. Geography, my foot.
That's half marks.
That was. I think what they do is have all these questions and they tag them with different tags. So you might get some of these ones. You might get Edward the First under history in some things, but you might get it because it's in English. But there's nothing about Oxbow Lakes for a start. Nothing about older. I kind of thought that it was going to be like, what's the capital of this country? Which it was a little bit.
Paul, do I have any marks on my neck?
No
Is there anything there?
No, nothing, no.
Nothing? You had Uncle John? Do you see anything?
No, I don't see anything, no. Oh dear.
Oh, thank God.
I can't believe you two have been out and about, and of all things, you got into a group of vampire joggers. Oh, I don't know. Well, it's not our fault. I've never seen vampire joggers. We saw some vampires at the gym last time, but
give me the heebie-jeebies.
I don't like it. I mean, it means that they're still about. Yes, it's most concerning. That I'll have to get the magpies to keep an eye out.
Oh, good idea.
I was worried because Dealey showed up, and I was worried that they might want to have a snack. Oh, Paul, don't say that. That's not nice. Yeah. Well, they're not nice, are they, vampires? They're not nice. That's the whole point of them.
By the way, Uncle John, how do I look in my suit?
Oh, it's very good. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, where did you get that from?
Paul got them. I don't know. Where did you get them, Paul?
I saw them online.
Oh.
I'm not sure that they weren't that expensive, but I wonder if there's a story behind, why they were so cheap.
I don't know.
It's possible.
I don't know.
I dread to think. Maybe there's been, there's trouble with the tin foil market. It's not made out. They're not made out of tin foil just because they reflect things or don't. If you're a vampire.
Yeah, it's definitely not cotton.
bizarre. Maybe it's some sort of subplot that will come back to haunt us later on.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's quite possible. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I'm not saying nothing, but I think there's about 10 gallons of sweat slushing around my feet in the suit. Hear that? The slushing.
Yeah, and I'm sure my skin is a little bit shiny. It's like...
You know what? I think you've lost a couple pounds, Paul. How about me? Do I look like I've lost anything?
Yeah. I think you probably have. Yeah, I think you've both lost it.
Ah, cool. Look at you. Oh.
You've both lost something anyway.
What? What did you say?
No, nothing.
Oh.
Oh, dear. You might need to get checked up afterwards. I'd get out of that suit as quickly as possible if I were you. It's fine. They're very stylish. Yeah. Oh, kind of.
So, listeners, things didn't quite go to plan when Toppy came over. Yeah, it's difficult to know what we could have done about it, but it happened, and it's worrying. But, dear, oh dear, Paul, that must have been very upsetting for you. It was upsetting for me, it was upsetting for Toppy. We never did get to Ix, we never did get to see him wave his maracas around. I think I would like to see this. I can almost imagine it, but, well, I'm not sure. Yeah, well, at least we got out in the air. You know, there was the potential of being trampled on by passing vampire joggers, but, well, at least they didn't try anything. I know. I have a theory. You have a theory? I have a theory that, you know, vampires have evolved to the point that they can go out in the sun now, but it's just a matter of existing. That's enough for them. They don't attack. They don't attack in the day. Well, that sounds possible. They've got to keep in shape so that when it gets dark and they are ready to make a kill, they are fit enough. Exactly. I mean, they have evolved, but only so far. Well, have you evolved, Paul? Have you lost any weight with your exercising? I think I've lost a few pounds. Really? Yeah, I mean, those tracksuits, they weren't free. But I think Toppy and I look pretty good in them. I posted some new photos on Instagram, and wow, most likes I've ever had. I'm a bit worried that Toppy's spelling might be getting all the attention, though. But never mind. Oh, Paul. Oh, what are we going to do with you? What? I don't know. Anyway, listeners, it's time to go. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for listening, and do come back again soon. And, maybe there'll be more Toppy Smelly. Maybe more me. Whatever it is that you want to hear. Special guests. Cromitty here. Oh, yes, I'll be here. Do join us again soon. Take care, and goodbye for now. Goodbye. Yes.
Paul. I was all prepared. I was looking forward to you, looking at me, waving my maracas around.
I know, Ig, I'm sorry. But, you know, Toppy and I nearly got trampled by all these vampires out jogging.
Oh, yes. Cromitty did tell me a bit about it. It does sound quite upsetting.
It was quite upsetting and potentially dangerous in many ways.
I saw the photos of you and Toppy in your tracksuits, though. You did look very smart, very shiny. It was blinding.
Yes. Well, That was how we realised the joggers were vampires, because they weren't casting reflections on our shiny suits.
Most strange. Most strange. Well, listen, if you'd like to pop over, I'm considering waving my maracas around again.
Well, that does sound interesting. Yeah, I may well be over.
Yes, please do. And make sure you wear your shiny suits.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to wear those. You see, I put them in the washing machine and I put them on the wrong temperature, and now...
They're tiny suits.
Yeah, they shrunk. Yeah. Dealey was wearing one earlier and it looked tight on him.
Oh dear, Paul. Oh dear. Just come in your bra and pants then.
All right, I will. Oh dear. I can hear the theme music, so I better go.
All right, I'll see you soon.
All right. I'll be there soon.
I gotta go now. Bye. Gotta go. Bye.
Goodbye.
It's been good, but yeah, definitely time to come home now.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh dear, what's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast. Let's go.
I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice. We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
Hey, Paul, where you going? Hi, Yeti, Uncle John. Hey, Paul, where you going? Oh, I'm just heading over to Eek's spaceship. He wants me to salsa with him. Salsa? What, oh, is this where he waves his maracas around? Yes, that's right. I had got plans for the magpies, but I think I might join you. Yeah, well, it's probably a good idea. I think safety in numbers, you know. If it wasn't too far from here that I saw the vampire joggers the other day. Oh, yes, I heard about that. Sounds nasty. Oh, dear. So are you going to be saucering, or are you just watching and cheering him on? I don't know yet. I'll see. Maybe I'll put the kettle on. That's probably enough exercise for me. He might have some of them biscuits left. Yeah, sorry about that. Never mind. I'm over all that. Hi, guys. How are you? Oh, property. What are you doing? I'm coming to join you. Eek phoned. I can't wait to see him waving his maracas around. I think it'll be quite something. Yes, it's just a shame that it's not something that really translates on the podcast. But anyway, well, shall we go? Yeah, I'll come with you. I'll probably not stay long, but yeah, I am intrigued. It's probably good exercise. I mean, we're walking over to the spaceship for a start. Oh, Paul. Oh, dear. Yes, well, just as long as you don't have your flask with you. Oh, no. I'm never opening another vacuum flask again. Oh, dear, poor you, Paul. I know. Oh, I can hear the sound echoing from the spaceship. Oh, yes, the sound of salsa music and Eek's high-pitched, what is that, singing? Yes, I think so. Come on, let's go and join him.
Oh,
Oh, exercise is such fun. I wouldn't go that far. It'll sprain his wrists. Oh, nonsense. You could be right, Paul. It's dangerous. That's dangerous. Come on, let's go and join him.
571.
Oh my god, is this show over with yet?
I'm flabbergasted. Flabbergasted! Oh, Paul, he's so sweet. Dealy! Hi, Dealy. This is just the weirdest thing I've ever heard.